Hey, it's your man Charlie P. Gonna look at something that I did today that I don't want you to do ever. Don't do it. Don't be like me. Be better than me. I jacked up today. I made a very bad psychological error. Jumped in the trade way too late. Way too late. I should have let it go. It worked out in my favor, but I got lucky, man. Just you'll see. But anyway, we took a peek at we should have taken a Pika 10 setup on the Euro CAD. So I'm going to go over that. And speaking of my Pika 10 setup, it was brought to my attention that I jacked up on the checklist for my Pika 10 strategy. And I'm going to post it up right quick where it said, it used to say 13 to 16 chart time for that particular range. It should have said 14 to 17. I think when I made that strategy, it was during that weird point of time last year during the daylight savings time, like that 2-week period where the USA hadn't done daylight savings yet, but over like in Europe and stuff, it was already done. I think that's how that happened. I don't know, but 14 to 17 chart time is what that should say. But I always just go by, like in my mind, I go by the actual time of day that it is. So like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. That's how I think. So I didn't catch that. But yeah, before we jump into today's video, let me shout out to Henko Trade. That's my preferred broker. Definitely check out the link in my description and use that to sign up with Henko Trade so you can take advantage of their good spreads, the good payout time, good customer service that they offer. And again, if you don't have a lot of money to put into an account, you only need $10 to deposit with Henko Trade. So check them out, guys. With that said, let's jump into the video. Let me start off by saying, I don't recommend that you try this at home. I'm just being honest with how I traded this trade. Because I got in extra late, should have been in down here and been out up here. So this trade should have been entered and exited as a Pika 10 setup already. But I missed it this morning. So this was a Pika 10 setup. I went ahead and got in since it came back down to the 50 EMA one more time. As you see, I'm not playing with it. I'm already risk free because I really don't foresee it going back up that high. But if it does, it does. If it doesn't, I'm protected. But yeah, we'll go over. I'm gonna let this move and then we'll go over the Pika 10 setup. All right, y'all. I'm not even fixing to be greedy trying to hold this one forever. It's 43 pips. Let's take it. Let's take that. Now I'm gonna put a line here because that's about where I got out, just for fun, just see, could I have gotten more or whatever. But either way, we got out the trade. That was a super late entry, and I just want to say one more time, that was a disciplinary error on my part. I should not have taken that trade. Do not get the trade that late in the day. I jacked up. I got lucky. Let me show you the trade you should have took today though. So on Euro CAD, on the H1 chart, on the H1 time frame, we had a bit of a sharp area of resistance right here in the Asian session. We breached this area of resistance right here in the Asian session. So I just put the line there. It came up and then it came down and it closed shortly past our 10 EMA. This happened right after that Canadian CPI news happened today. But anyway, once this closed past the 10 EMA, we also see the RSI 5 down here, which that's the dotted line. The RSI 5 closed just past the 50 level down here, leaving the Ehlers Fisher behind. So the Ehlers Fisher, which is the solid green line, that can't also be down here at the 50 level when the confirmation candle happens. So pretty much once that happened, all we needed to do was check on the 15-minute time frame. We needed to go to our reassurance chart and make sure that the 200 SMA was on the proper side of the 400 SMA, which in this case, that wasn't a problem. So we were good to go on all rules. And essentially you just go ahead and let's see, the candle, that confirmation candle that closed on this doji right here. So the open of this green candle right here was your entry. So this line, that right there is where you should have, well, it probably would have more so been like this or something just once you got in the trade. But this pretty much was your entry right here. And then it was a 3-hour shot to the top inside these bands here. That was 82 pips that you could have caught. Pretty much what you would have done was, if we would have went to H4, we could have drawn this zone out and said, okay, well, there's the zone. Once I got to H1, I probably would have just matched it up a little bit better. Excuse me. But anyway, but yeah, you could have looked at it like that and said, so you could have said, you could have been okay with about 60 pips, or you could have waited until it went into the bands on the 15-minute chart. More often than not, price will go and at least close inside the bands. It might not happen the same day. Like the last trade I showed on my last video was this one down here. We got in right at the bottom of this wick right here. I got out here. Price hadn't went into the bands on the 15-minute chart yet, so I was pretty sure I could have held the trade. I just didn't. I mean, with prop firms, it's kind of like, but you know, if you're trading on your personal account, it's easier to just hold trades, so you don't have to worry about the daily drawdown limit being reset on you. And I don't know, if you know about prop firms, you know what I'm talking about. But as you see, bam, price went up way more than where I, got out. So way more pips to have caught on that, but it is what it is. We still did a good job, and it was a great entry overall. So yeah. But back to this trade again, that was, if you look at the H1 chart, 1, 2, 3 hours, you were in and out just like that. And that was a good day. All right, so this is random, but I just wanted to wait till the end of the trading day to see if I got out at a good point. Now, I'm glad I got out when I did, because we got out kind of like right here. And yeah, glad I did not press my luck trying to get more pippage out of that one. So anyway, again, the peak of 10 was from here to here. Do not do this mess that I just did today. I know it looked like, oh, you made money, and why would you tell me not to do this and da 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 da? Cause I'm just saying, it ain't always gonna work out that way when you're getting into a trade that late in the day. Don't do that. I jacked up. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next one.